Okay, now let's talk about how to get some of the data from our Google Sheet into a more presentable looking form that we can then put into Adobe Spark. We're going to be inserting photos into Adobe Spark, and so I'll show you how that's going to work. Now, I've got these tables already built up of all of my data. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste those over into a Google Doc. So I'm going to open up a Google, copy and paste over, paste it, and great. I'm going to simplify some of these numbers. I'm going to go ahead and round them so that my data doesn't look quite so jumbled. And there I go. I've got my mean, median, and mode. I'm not quite satisfied with the way it looks. I perhaps want to make the font a little bit bigger. Maybe I want to choose a different font, but you can go ahead and make some adaptations to it. Now, when I want to get it over to Adobe Spark, we were going to take it over as an image. So on my Chromebook, I'm going to press Control Shift, and then at the top, you've got a square with 2 lines after it. I press that. Now, what this does is it allows me to take a screenshot of just a section of my screen. So you'll notice it says screen taken. It should be just inside of your Google Drive right now. So I'm going to go back over here. So this is in Adobe Spark. I'll click on photo. I now have this option over here to upload the photo. So I'll hit upload. Okay, it's loading. It should just appear in my drive. And here it is, the photo that I just barely did. So I'll hit open on that. Once that photo is in there, there's a little pencil in the top right. I can click that to get some options as to zoom in or zoom out. That looks pretty good to me. And I've now got that graph inside of there. So I'm going to do that with each of my others. Each of my other tables that have the data. So this was my mean, median, mode, and range. I'm going to do that again for the 5-number summary. Then I need to start putting, and the standard deviation confidence intervals. I'm going to get those in there. Next thing, I also need to get in my box and whisker plots and those other graphs. So I'm going to go back to my Google Doc. Here's my box plot. Now, just by clicking on it, these 3 dots will appear. Click on those, and I'm going to click Save Image. So you'll notice it called it Chart PNG. So I'll just go back over here. I'll say I want to put in a photo, upload the photo. And once again, it should just be in your My Drive. And there's my chart PNG. So I'll hit open on that. Once again, it didn't quite zoom the way I like it. So click right there, and you can zoom in, zoom out, till it shows exactly what you want. Okay, and that's largely how we're going to be using these features. You can put them in. It's got some other things. You can work with the theme a little bit. You can resize how the video is going to appear. Is it going to be widescreen or square? You can choose to have some music going on in the background. It defaults to kind of picking something for you. If you don't want that music in your presentation, just turn it off. Okay. But there are these options. Once you're done recording, well, we'll get to that.